Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Churchill Downs here on Friday. It is May the 1st, 2015. It's Kentucky Oaks Day. It's an excellent day of racing from Churchill Downs. For this video, I'm only going to handicap races 6 through 10. Those are the undercard stakes races. For race 11, what is the Kentucky Oaks? Please go to my other video for the Kentucky Oaks. It'll be in the description to a link to that. So I just wanted to make it 2 videos so it's easier. So it's not a really long 20-minute video like it usually is for these Triple Crown races or big days races. So I'm going to handicap races 6 through 10. So let's get on to it. Today's sixth race. What's the 30th ring of the Edgewood Stakes, Grade 3, course $150,000 for fillies, 3-year-olds going a mile and 16 on the turf course. There will be no rail tomorrow. They'll be running against the hedge, going a mile 16. And I'm going to go with the 3-4, number 3, Sunset Glow here, 8-5, Wesley Ward trains. Joel Rosario getting them out on this one. Last time out, throwing the Appalachian Stakes Grade 3 event at Helium 1 mile on a good turf course on April the 12th. Finished third by 2 3/4 lengths that day. He was late and just lost his place that day. Then San Diego 1 mile in the Bruce Cup Juvenile Phillies turf on October 31st. Finished second by 3 3/4 lengths. Finished second behind Lady Eli in the last 2 starts. The champion, I think it was I don't know if she won Eclipse Award. I'm not sure on that. That day was off the rails, just second best. The last 2 starts, I think this horse set the pace. And then the Delmar debutante, 7 furlongs Delmar on August 30th, won by neck easily. Waited at the turn, had a bit between horses by the team that day, and then won the Sorrentino Stakes 6.5 at Delmar last summer by 3 1/4 lengths. Um, was off a bit slow and just cleared that day. Source actually ran at Royal Ascot last year, 6 furlongs in the Albany Stakes, finished second by 2 lengths. It was had an early lead, had an early lead that day, and just really dropped out of it. And then a race I really like was the horse's maiden win, 5 furlongs in main special weight at Belmont on the turf course, wide the turf course that day, won by 2 lengths. It was a heavy favorite, had a light whip urging that day, and was easily the winner. Gonna go with this one here, 8-5. Really like this horse here. Had to work at Keenan, 5 furlongs in 102 and 2, third best out of 4 that day. I'm also gonna go with the 4 horse. My year is a day. An Irish bred horse, a French bred horse. At 5-2, John Velasquez, Grab Motion trains this one. This horse's first start in America is today. Has been running in France at, hopefully I said this right, at Crenan, 1 mile on September the 8th of last year. Hasn't started since then. And the stakes race for $71,000. Won by 2 lengths. Christoph Simeon was in that up that day. Heavy favorite that day. He drew off clear at the furlong pole. Um, really nice win that day. Then the Prix Day Perfection Stakes. 73,000 at the Ville, 7 furlongs. Finished second by 2 3/4 lengths. Was early to lead, headed a furlong out, with just second best that day. This horse is record on turf. All 7 starts have come on turf. 7-3, 3 wins, 2 seconds, 1 third. At the mile distance is 1 for 1 that last start, as it was an impressive mile victory. I really like these Grand Motion horses coming to America first time out in an American soil race. I think this horse should do well here. Workout Fair Hills, 5 furlong workout, 102 and 2, third best out of 6. And a 5 furlong workout Fair Hills over the Tita train track, 102 flat. That was the best out of 12. Let's go with this one. So Captain That's race number 6 from Churchill Downs. Gonna go with the 3-4. Now let's get on to race number 7 from Churchill. What's the 30th running at the La Trion Stakes? Hopefully I said that right. Grade 1 purse, $300,000 for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds, and a horse. We do have a field of 9 going a mile and a 16th, and really nice race here too, going a mile 16th. And I'm gonna go with the 8 horse here, Molly Morgan at 4-1. Corey Lannery, God, as you can tell, there's no editing. Last time out, throwing at Gulfstream Park, mile 16th on March 21st in the Royal Delta Stakes Grade 2 event that day. There's third by 8.5 lengths. Was 3 wide around the second turn. Had a steady bid that day. Um, then the Fall City Stakes at Church Downs Mile 8th on November 27th that day. Finished third by 3 1/4 lengths. Hit an inside trip and just missed place that day. Finished third behind Don't Tell Sophia and the horse Frivolous, who's breaking just outside of this horse. Then Church Downs 1 mile in the Chaluki Stakes on November 1st of last year. Won by 2.5 lengths. Was in the inside turn. Just drew off clear that day. I'm going to go with this one here. Source won the Gardenia Stakes at Ellis Park last season by head. Really nice race. Had a long drive and just prevailed that day. So I'm gonna go with this one here. So I kept my bets racing this one from Churchill Downs. Gonna go with the 8th. Now let's get on to race number 8 from Churchill Downs. What is the 12th running of the Alashiba Stakes? Grade 2. Purse $400,000 for 4-year-olds and upwards. A very, very excellent race here for your older horses. Byron is supposed to run this race, but it isn't. He's going to run it tomorrow in the Churchill Downs Stakes. This race going mile 16. This race kind of, to me, kind of reminds me of possible prep for the Pimlico Special. If some of these horses want to run back in 2 weeks for the Pimlico Special, you never know. But field 10 horse gun post here, and I'm going to go with 2-7. Number 2, Proctinico, something like that. Like I said, I'm very bad with things. 7-5, John Velasquez for Todd Pletcher. Last time out, throwing Keelan and Molly from the Ben Alley Stakes on April 11th. Won by 5 lengths that they used on the speed on the inside and just drew off clear. Very impressive win. And then something happened in Don Handicap. Pulled up that day at Gulfstream Park Molly on February 7th. It was 6 wide, 7 turn, just eased in the lane. Just really just couldn't handle it. 5-1 that day. And then the Clark Handicap Churchill Downs Molly on November the 20th. Finished second by half length. Had a bit up the stretch, just not enough that day. I really think this horse could do well here against these horses. I have to say that Ben Alley Stakes was his run in that was a very impressive run. Won last year's Discovery Stakes at Aqueduct 2 on the soft Motley. Really think this horse should do well here. I'm going to go with this one. I'm also going to go with the 7 Honor Code 8-5. Javier Castellano for Shig McGahee last time out. Run at Gulfstream Park, 1 mile Gulfstream Park handicap. Won that day by half length behind Private Zone. He broke it and angled out that day. Really, really good run that day. And an optional claimer at Aqueduct 6.5 on November 22nd. Won by length that day. His first start since last March. Split foes and was up late that day. And then this horse was actually on the Derby Trail for last season. Ran a mile 16th on March 12th. A last race for 61,000 mile 16th at Gulfstream. Finished second by second by 10 lengths. The winner of that race was Social Inclusion. It broke the track record that day. Finished the race in 1:40.4. It was hard to load that day. Just had no match. Something would have missed that day. Took him off the Derby Trail. And then as a two, this horse won the Remsen and finished second in Champagne at Belmont. So I really like this horse here. Might put him on top here. I really like Partino also. 2-7 exact box here. It's going to be a little chalky, but I'm going to go with it. So we count my bets race number 8 from Churchill Downs. Going to go with 2-7. Now let's get on to race number 9 from Churchill. What's the 21st running of the Twin Spires Turf Sprint? It is a grade 3, plus $150,000 for 4-year-olds and upwards. We do have a field of 12 horses traveling 5 furlongs. No rail, I'm running against the hedge. And I'm going to go with the 12 horse here, undrafted. Number 12 undrafted. 7-2, John Velasquez, Wesley War Trains. Last time out, one Keeneland, 5.5 furlongs in the Shakertown Stakes. That Shakertown race was an incredible race. Half this field is coming out of that race. 6 horses are coming out of that Shakertown race. This horse finished third by 3 lengths that day. Was at a 5 pass up turn, had a mild gain. The winner that day, something extra breaking the inside of this horse. Just went all the way. I have to say that if you watch the replay, it was a very, I think that was the opening weekend at Keeneland, the day after they canceled. It was a very wet course, very wet, good course. But finished third by 3 lengths that day. He had 5 pass turn, had a mild gain. That was the horse's first start since November. November the 1st at San Diego, 6.5 in the Bears Cup Turf Sprint down the hill. Finished third by a half length that day. He came out the 8th hole and was just rallying. Watched the replay, just rallying. And I remember watching that race because I think I had this horse in the Bears Cup Turf Sprint last season. Because I had No Nay Never and undrafted. And just missed the exact. If you watched the replay, I thought I had it for a second, but Bobby's kitten won. And then Kentucky Downs 6.5 furlongs on turf on September the 24th in the Kentucky Downs Turf Sprint. Finished third by a half length. Had a bit 3 wide and stretch. Just did not have enough that day. I'm gonna put this one here. Won the Gio First Stakes last season at Belmont, and in this race last year finished second by half length. He was one that start swung 5 wide and very game that day. It's gonna go with this one. You have to remember this horse is loves this distance, 2-0 at it, 1 second, 1/3. Is always up there. So gonna go with this one. So cap my bets race number 9 from Churchill Downs. It's the Turf Sprint. Gonna go with the 12. Now let's get on to race number 10 from Churchill Downs. What's the 60th running of the AFL Stakes? It is Grade 3, purse $200,000 for 3-year-olds going 7 furlongs. We do have a field of 12 horses traveling 7 furlongs. I'm going to go with the 1-8 exact box here. Number 1, callback at 3-1, Victor Espinosa. Last time out on Sunland Park, mile 16 from the Sunland Park Oaks for 200,000. Won by neck, but actually got disqualified to 4th that day. It's a heavy favorite. Ducked in at in the stretch and just held his sway that day. This horse does have a habit of drifting a bit in the stretch. Got disqualified that day. Not the best ride, I have to say, by Martin Garcia. Today gets the rider switch to Victor Espinosa. And then San Anita 1 mile on January the 31st in the Las Virgen Stakes. Won by half length that day. He's on the inside, cleared and held. The 7 furlong distance is the best for this horse. Really should go excellent with this one. And then the Shanghai United Stakes at San Anita 6.5 on January the 3rd. Decided by 2.25 lengths. Stuck at the rail, was just second best that day. Gonna go with this one workout, Churchill Downs 4 furlong workout, 48-1, second best out of 35, and a Churchill Downs workout 5 furlongs at 59.3, best workout of the day out of 29. So going with this one, I'm also gonna go with the 8 horse, the other Bob Baffert trainee, Enhancing Lady at 4-1. Martin Garcia gets this one last time out. We're going to Santa Paula 6 for 77,000. San Diego 6.5 furlongs on April the 5th. He had a dual lead in at the quarter pole, and was very clear that day. He did win that day. Then San Diego's Bell Stakes at San Diego Mile 16th on February 28th. Finished 5th by 6.75 lengths. He had inside duel just weakened that day. Then San Diego 5.5 furlongs in the Land Lucy Stakes last season. First by 6.25 lengths. Had a bit at the turn, and let him just clear that day. So I'm going to go with this one here. So recap my bets for some 10 from Churchill Downs. Is the $8 stakes. I'm going to go with the 1-8 here, exact box. So remember, go to my Kentucky Oaks preview. It's in another video. And also go to my Twitter at 316picks. So good luck to all.